Dear Heavenly Father, I come to you in Jesus' name. I want to pray for my husband. Today I'm praying for my husband's priorities. God, I know that I cannot pray for my husband's priorities before first praying for mine. Father, I know that my priorities are out of order. Please forgive me. Please forgive me, God. I pray that you would help me to put my priorities in order, to set them in a correct and right order. Lord, I pray that I would put you first. God, please help me to put you first. And help me to put my husband second to you. Not my friends, not my job. Help me to put my husband second to God. And God first of all. God, I think I have a tendency to put work in front of everything else. And I know that is wrong. Father, please forgive me. This is an area where I feel like my husband does better than I do. And so it feels strange to pray for my husband's priorities when mine are not in order. God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that when I put my priorities straight, I get them right for a few days, that they fall back into my old habits of putting other things first. Letting other things just consume all of my time and effort. Lord, please help me to put you first. Show me what it means to put you first. Pray that you would help me to seek you first. Like today, Lord, that every single day I would wake up early in the morning and pray to you before I do anything else. Father, I just want to commit today over to you. Help me to put you first today. Help me to keep my priorities in the right order today. Set them in perfect order, Lord God, in your order. Pray that you'd help me to put my husband before work, before friends, before activities. Father, that I would not put anything else in front of him besides you. Show me, Lord, how to show my husband that he is a top priority in my life. I pray that throughout the day you would give me ideas of ways to show him that he is a top priority to me, and that I value him, and I love him, and respect him deeply. Father, I ask that any activity that is life-stealing, any activity that is not purposeful or meaningful in the long run, would not occupy my time. Help me not to waste my time with things that are unproductive. Help me not to waste my time with things that are not meaningful, but instead to prioritize those things that have meaning and purpose and that do not steal life. And Father, now I pray the same thing for my husband. My husband already does better than me at this, but that doesn't mean he is perfect, Lord. I'm sure that he struggles with putting you first. I'm sure that he struggles sometimes even with putting me second. Father, I pray that you would put my husband's priorities in perfect order, that he would be able to put me before work, friends, activities, and that he would be able to put you first before everything else. I pray that you will show him how to show me that I am a top priority to him. I pray that anything that is life-stealing or unproductive or not purposeful would not take up his time. that he would focus his time and attention on those things that are important, those things that are actually of worth and value to do. Matthew 6:33. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. God, I pray that my husband and I would both seek you first before anything else, because we desire to have your righteousness, Lord God. We are so unrighteous on our own, Lord God. We are not righteous. We need you. Help us to seek your kingdom. Help us to seek your righteousness, so that all the other things that we need would fall into place. Philippians 2 verse 4. Do not merely look out for your own personal interests, but also for the interests of others. Father, I pray that I would not look out for just my own interests, but that I would also look out for the interests of my husband. And the same for him, that my husband would not only look out for his own interests, but that he would also look out for mine as well. That both of us would be concerned with the other and not obsessed with ourselves. I pray that you would help me to put him before myself. I pray that you will help me to honor him above myself. I pray that you'd help me to do what is good for him, and that he would do the same for me. Matthew 2 verse 4. Gathering together all the chief priests and scribes of the people, he inquired of them where the Messiah was to be born. Wait, this doesn't sound right. Oh, not Matthew 2:4. Matthew 6:24. Matthew 6 verse 24. No one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. Or it says wealth, actually, but you cannot serve both God and wealth. Okay. God, I know that a lot of our time is spent earning money. My husband works and I work. We both earn money in order to buy, a house in the future, in order to save up so that we can retire and live comfortably. But I know that money shouldn't be the first thing on our mind. It shouldn't be first. Help us to seek you first in your kingdom. More and more these days, I'm realizing how serving you is so much better, so much more valuable. Father, I pray that you would help us to be able to continue serving you until the day that we die. That we wouldn't just retire from our work and then have nothing to do, but instead that when we retire from these jobs that we are currently doing, that we be able to use the earthly wealth that you have blessed us with in order to bless others. I pray that you'd help us to be able to do some sort of ministry or service when we retire. I pray that you would keep us healthy so that we can indeed serve you, and that the end of our lives would be um, even more powerful and meaningful than all the rest, Lord, that we would serve you in our old age, that we would not just retire for ourselves, but to serve you. Lord, I pray that you would be our master, that we would not serve money, that we would not be a slave to wealth or to earning money, but that we would serve you first. Seek first your kingdom, and all the rest shall be added to you. Lord, I pray that you'd help us to seek your kingdom first, so that you'd take care of us, so we could do what is right in your eyes. Now let's go back to Matthew 4. Matthew 4, verse 10. Jesus said, Then Jesus said to him, Go, Satan, for it is written, You shall not worship. Wait. These are all caps, so it's a little hard to. Okay, then Jesus said to him, Go, Satan, for it is written, You shall worship the Lord your God and serve him only. Father, I pray that you'd help me to worship you only. Help me not to worship anything other than you. Help me not to worship any other God besides you. Help me to worship you alone. God, I thank you. I thank you for this book and for all these topics to pray for my husband. And I pray that you'd help me to continue it, and that it would be meaningful, and that somehow these videos would be useful to someone, that it would help someone in their marriage. Thank you. In Jesus' name.